You started something. Maybe it was a gym routine, a new habit, a business idea, a skill you wanted to build, or simply a promise you made to yourself. And for a while, you were on it. You were showing up. You were moving. And then it got hard. And when it got hard, something inside you quietly said, maybe this is not for me. Maybe now is not the right time. Maybe I should wait until I feel more ready. And you stopped. And the worst part is, you did not even make a big dramatic decision to quit. There was no moment where you sat down and said, I am giving up. It just kind of faded. You missed one day. Then two. Then the version of you that was building something slowly disappeared. And now you are here, carrying that quiet, heavy feeling that comes not from failing, but from knowing you walked away before you found out what you were actually capable of. If that hits close to home, good. Because what you are about to hear is not going to let you stay comfortable with that pattern anymore. And by the time this is over, you are going to understand something about yourself that most people never figure out. That the moment you most want to quit is not a sign that you should stop. It is a sign that something real is finally beginning. Here is what is actually happening when you quit too easily, and it is not what most people think. It is not laziness. It is not weakness. It is not that you do not want it badly enough. It is that your brain is doing exactly what it was designed to do. The moment things get uncomfortable, your brain sends you a signal. Stop. This hurts. Find something easier. And because we live in a world where easier is always one click away, one scroll away, one excuse away, we follow that signal. Every single time. And every time you follow it, you teach yourself something. You teach yourself that discomfort is a stop sign. That when something gets hard, hard means wrong. That struggle means you are on the wrong path. And that lesson, repeated over and over, quietly becomes your default setting. You become someone who starts things and does not finish them. Not because you are incapable, but because you have trained yourself to exit the moment the real work begins. And here is what that costs you. Not just the goal you walked away from, but your belief in yourself. Because every time you quit, there is a part of you that notices. It keeps score. And over time, that score starts to define how you see yourself. You stop believing you can finish things. You stop trusting yourself to stay. And when you stop trusting yourself, you stop starting things with full commitment, because somewhere in the back of your mind, you already expect to walk away. That is the real damage. Not the missed gym session. Not the abandoned project. It is what quitting does to your relationship with yourself over time. And this is exactly what Epictetus spoke about. A man who understood hardship, not as a concept, but as the actual condition of his life. Epictetus was not a wealthy philosopher sitting in a comfortable room writing theories. He was born a slave. He had no freedom, no rights, and no guarantees. And yet, he became one of the most powerful thinkers in history. Not despite his hardship. Because of what he chose to do with it. And the one thing he said that cuts through everything, the one idea that changes how you see every difficult moment in your life, is this. Hardship is not punishment. It is training. Read that again. Because most of us are walking through life treating every hard moment like it is something going wrong. Like difficulty is a sign that we picked the wrong path, or that the universe is working against us, or that we are just not built for this. Epictetus looked at that same difficulty and said, no. This is the work. This is where you are being shaped. This is not the obstacle to the path. This is the path. He taught that a person who only does things when they are comfortable is not building anything. They are just staying the same. Because growth does not happen in comfort. It happens in the exact moment you want to stop and you choose not to. That moment, that one decision to stay when everything in you wants to leave, is where mental toughness is actually made. Not in motivation. Not in inspiration. In that raw, difficult, unglamorous moment of staying. He also said something that most people are not ready to hear. He said that if you escape every time something becomes difficult, you are not protecting yourself. You are weakening yourself. Because every time you exit at the first sign of discomfort, you make it easier to exit the next time. And the time after that. Until eventually, discomfort of any kind becomes a reason to quit. And a person who cannot sit with discomfort cannot build anything lasting. Cannot sustain any relationship, any career, any goal, any version of themselves worth becoming. Epictetus did not say hardship was enjoyable. He said it was necessary. There is a big difference. You do not have to love the struggle. You just have to stop running from it. Here is how you take this out of theory and into your actual life. 2 steps. Simple and real. Step 1. When discomfort shows up, name it and stay anyway. The next time you are in the middle of something hard, and that voice shows up telling you to stop, do not argue with it. Do not try to out-motivate it. Just name what is happening. Say to yourself, this is the moment. This is exactly the moment Epictetus was talking about. This discomfort right here is not a red light. It is the training. And then stay. Not forever. Just for a little longer than you did last time. Because endurance is not built in big dramatic moments. It is built in small ones. 5 more minutes on the task you want to abandon. 1 more set when your body says stop. 1 more paragraph when your brain says this is pointless. Those small decisions stack. And over time, they quietly rebuild the thing that quitting damaged. Your trust in yourself. Your belief that you are someone who stays. You are not trying to become superhuman overnight. You are just trying to move the line a little further each time. That is all endurance is. Moving the line. Step 2. Stop waiting to feel ready. Readiness is built by doing, not by waiting. Most people quit not at the hardest part, but right before it. They stop when things get uncomfortable because they are waiting to feel strong enough, motivated enough, ready enough to push through. But here is what Epictetus knew. That feeling does not come first. It comes after. Strength does not arrive before the hard moment. It arrives because you went through it. You will never feel fully ready to do the hard thing. That feeling of readiness is a reward for showing up, not a condition for it. So stop treating discomfort as a sign that you need to wait. Treat it as confirmation that you are exactly where you need to be. Right at the edge of who you are right now, and who you are becoming. That edge is uncomfortable by design. Because growth is always just outside the border of what feels safe. Stay at that edge. Do not walk back to comfort. Walk through. I want you to think about every hard thing you have already made it through. Not the things you planned for. The things you did not see coming. The moments that dropped you. The seasons that felt like they were never going to end. The days where you genuinely did not know how you were going to keep going. And yet here you are. You have already proven, more times than you give yourself credit for, that you are capable of enduring. You have already done it. Without a manual. Without a perfect plan. Without feeling ready. You just kept going because you had to. And it built something in you. Something solid. Something that is still there right now, waiting to be used intentionally. Epictetus did not believe that some people are born with endurance and others are not. He believed that endurance is something you build, one hard moment at a time. Every time you stay when you want to leave, you are not just completing a task. You are building a version of yourself that is harder to break. Quieter in the chaos. Steadier under pressure. More capable than the version that started. The person who quits the moment things get hard will always be at the mercy of hard moments. But the person who learns to sit inside the discomfort, to breathe through it, to keep working inside it, that person starts to move through life differently. Hard things do not stop them. Hard things become the thing that proves to them, once again, who they are. You are not someone who quits. You are someone who has not yet learned to trust what you are actually made of. And that trust is built right here. In the moments you stay. Do not let this be another thing you almost did. Hardship is not a sign to stop. It is proof that something real is being built. Here is your one sentence to carry with you from today. The moment you want to quit is the moment the real training begins. Here is your challenge. Think of one thing you have been walking away from every time it gets hard. Just one. And today, go back to it. Not to finish it. Just to stay a little longer than you did before. Then drop it in the comments. Because every person who reads it is someone who needed to be reminded that endurance is not a gift. It is a choice. And you can make it right now.